Greetings everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City. A little disclaimer for this specific stream, so episodes 31 through 36, one of the game mechanics of the Zombieland mod took me by surprise, so this stream is a little rough, and I also have a written disclaimer in the first episode. It doesn't become relevant until about episode 33 and 34. Episode 31, The Convoy Arrives. Before we start, I'm going to go over the changelog. This one is easy. Threat scale up. Contamination scale up. That's it. The end. And that's probably going to be the case for every stream until we hit max. Plus other things if they are relevant. So at the start here, we are continuing to rescue Ellie. We sent out a tribute caravan up to Mountain Home, and they ran out of fuel. And right at the end of last stream, we had a Fangface hop in a fuel runner and refuel so that all three of them are going to proceed to the incapacitated refugee. The other thing I wanted to offer up is for you to vote on the other goal that I work on at home. Now, we're in the middle of a toxic fallout, so it's a little tricky to go outside and do a lot of wandering around. So keep that in mind, but with that said, here are the possible additional goal. So we're running low on storage shelves, so possibly storage. I could continue with trying to improve the walls, but of course we would get probably high doses of toxic buildup as a result of trying that. We could do colony morale projects, improving bedrooms, or improving bathroom, or improving recreation, or improving meals, which might mean hunting. We could do additional moisture pumps, because contamination is going to continue to build up as the difficulty gets harder, so having ways to deal with built-up contamination is really handy. Turrets and anti-Zed tech. We have annexed a swath of land here, and we can move zombie shockers over. We can try to move zombie shockers into this and this area to have overlapping benefit. We also could run additional tribute and tech, meaning that we, trade rather, where we go to other faction bases and run some trade with them. Explore ruins or viewer suggestions. One of the viewer suggestions that I heard in on YouTube comments is to build a dedicated garage, essentially a building where we store maybe packaged survival meals and fuel, probably on separated shelves, but have it be inside so it can't be struck by lightning, because we did have a lightning strike take out all of our fuel, which was, hilarious, but also kind of unfortunate. So, there you go. A whole host of options. Steph, thank you for the resub, and Eno, too. And Jojokim. I'll drink to that. I'll drink twice. I'm also sort of curious if you guys think that Eleanor is going to be any good. Or I'm going to call her Ellie. And of course, once we actually formally rescue her and bring her all the way home, I'm going to have you guys, one of you named after her through raffling. So we'll see about that. Alright, one thing I wanted to do is and I'll probably do just a quick little caravan. I'm sending Zeuston and Redfield out to grab some of the guns that are out in the wasteland here from when the Frost Keepers came. I called them Frostlings, but from when the Frost Keepers came. And then to also do a little bit of hunting. Trying to top up our meat, because in the middle of a toxic fallout, you better believe we're not going to get the opportunity to hunt anytime soon. Because all of the creatures around here are going to be kind of dead. Here, let's just melee attack this one. Raise our melee. Alright, I was hoping to go after the Megasloth. I don't know if the Megasloth is going to be too toxic fallouty. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Audible. We have a Slimer coming in from the west. I'll get the Megasloth eventually. So yeah, during toxic fallouts, most things are just, yeah, there we go, immediately rotten. I'm gonna put this fox out of its misery. You can't help but to notice a very significant lack of miniguns. So the idea that we had was we had already voted on making a minigun, but Guerrero is the only crafter, so he's been away from the base for a while, which is why we haven't gotten the chance to make any miniguns anytime recently, because we're just waiting on Guerrero to return home. Alright, Mega Sloth wants revenge. Split up. Always hunt in pairs so that you can kite and fight. Provided Zeus actually lands her shots. Oh, there we go. Lands all three. No, viewers last stream actually did vote for at least one minigun. And it's queued up. Oh, good. So it's butcherable. I got lucky. What was its build up? Just minor? Oh, but almost 40%. Almost into the non-minor. Into moderate. With each additional tier of toxic buildup, the chance that your prey is immediately rotten goes up. And I just wanted to get some hunting under my belt and hunt in big game so that we can bring them in for butchery. So Stormguard, Guerrero, and Fakeface are on their way down to Eleanor now, or Ellie. And they should be there. I don't really know how much I trust the ETA of the vehicles, because they don't seem to be honest about when they arrive. But they'll be there within a day or two. And I'm hoping that their food, stocks, and fuel hold out. I brought a lot of fuel with me, so I suspect the fuel will be fine. It's just the food that might be a little sketchy. If a Slimer ran over a sloth, would it ruin it? No. The slime is like tar on the ground. There's not like in RimWorld, just as a general game mechanic, the terrain doesn't affect food rotting apart from like the deterioration, and the slime doesn't increase deterioration. So the things that will deteriorate Mega Sloths would be heat or toxic buildup or being outside or something like that. And Zeus, and while you're out here, may as well haul some limestone home, I guess. Extra building materials is never a bad thing. Alright, well that was a nice little hunt. You guys want a mix of colony projects and expanded storage? Got it. So thinking about expanded storage, I am probably going to follow the mountain a bit. And this is all rough sandstone, so I can smooth it out and expand my storage in this way. And then I'm going to have you guys decide on the colony project, specifically. So, what morale project to take on? So taking a look, we have a little bit of tea, but we're currently growing a lot of psychoids, so we're going to have a lot of tea soon, and we already have beer, so like, and we're growing smoke leaf, so we're going to have chemical consumption kind of covered. I did just grab extra meat so that we can have finer meals. So we could improve the dining and rec. And with that, it would probably be like nicer floors, possibly non-flammable floors. Maybe try for a better billiards table, something akin to that. Moving some of the solid composters and the like, because they're ugly, out of the room, so the room can benefit a little bit more from morale. And then, you know, adding more seating in, finer seating, etc. We could also make better bathrooms, improve bedrooms, or other viewer suggestions. So there you go. There is the list. Was the double bed ever upgraded to something better? So we have a legendary royal bed, the masterwork royal bed, and then the wooden bed that Fangface sleeps on. And Guero, Stormguard, and Fangface in their caravan have another legendary double bed. So we can bring that home for Fangface to use once they return home. And then you also, so we're doing this, the expanded storage now. You know what? I'm actually going to move this down to be flush with that wall. Glad they didn't start on that. They're taking a rest. So looking around the threat scale, we're in for a bit of a wild ride for a bit. Doesn't really lower until next season, for the most part, so that'll be fun. We have some Slimers here, but I don't see any other special zombies that are going to throw us for a loop. Do we need another bed for Ellie? Well, yeah, we do, but I'm going to wait until, you know, she's, like, rescued. Building a bedroom for someone that isn't actually with us yet might be jumping the gun a bit. Okay. Expanded storage is underway. And once Guero's home, I'll have him mine out this stuff so that we can expand a little bit further as well. So no one else really does mining. They're starting to cluster around the front gate, but not to, like, horde levels yet. And then Zeusin is continuing research into psychic refining. And then I'm going to have you guys, after this poll's done, vote on what next research to start on. What are the downsides to mining out Overhead Mountain? For this specific series, none. And then moving the composting and fermenting barrels. The fermenting barrel doesn't have a negative effect so much, but the compost, because of the biosolids and all, is a rather unpleasant thing to have in your dining room. Who would have thought? But I put it in there because it's originally one of the only temperature-controlled rooms that we had in the colony. But that's obviously no longer true. In fact, it is a remarkably cold room right now that I just realized, so I should stick a radiator in there. Probably a large radiator given the size of the room itself. We don't have central air conditioning yet. I mean, we researched it, but we haven't actually invested in constructing that. But maybe at some point we'll have the manpower time. That was another thing that I noticed a lot in a lot of the YouTube comments. Is a lot of YouTube comments were wondering why it wasn't doing things differently. And the TLDR, for the most part, is a lack of manpower. So, like, one of the recurring comments that I saw a lot is like, "Why aren't I farming the northern farm?" And it's like, I have finite labor. I just don't have enough people to tend the farms. I don't have enough people to do XYZ. We're very lacking in a labor pool. So, as much as I would like to have many lush fields and a lot of construction projects, it's like, but who's going to do them? You know, we are absolutely strapped for people. So you guys want better bedrooms. Got it. Let's do the research project. So currently I have advanced fabrication queued up. But if you want to change that, just let me know. Caravan's unusually slow. Well, a lot of that is due to the fact that it's winter. The vehicles run a lot less efficiently in winter, so they're just taking their very sweet time as a result. Wasn't it better bathrooms? Was it? It was a second option. You tell me. I thought it was bedrooms, but if it was bathrooms, I'll change that. And am I out of granite blocks? I must be. Hey, stop that. It was bathrooms? Okay, I'll fix that. Apparently, reading is not my strong suit today. Hopefully, killing zombies is. So toxic fallout takes a very long time to actually kill zombies. So they still pose a threat as they will congregate around the entryway. Caravan is about a day and a third out. And Redfield is working on enclosing the expanded storage now. Okay, how am I... Let's see. There's no granite anywhere, is there? I took it for granted. You guys can't mine, can you? Oh, Redfield actually can mine, kinda. Very kinda. All I'm really looking for is to having like one chunk that I can cut up into blocks to complete the room, because right now, as it is, it's an open room. Actually, it isn't, interestingly. It's enclosed, but outdoors? It's very confusing. No, it's outdoors. Okay. Whatever. Alright, now I'm going to keep advanced fabrication going. One of the advantages of advanced fabrication, as long as we have a source of gold, plasteel, and steel, we'll have advanced components, which can be very useful for like weapons and armor and the like. If I remove these, I could put a composter here. You're right. You are right. Maybe I liberate some space around here for composting, because it seems like a pretty good spot for it. Because the farm is a very temperature-controlled area. And because that takes so very little labor, I'll just do that now. Once, Redfield is done. Could you get some freaking chunks, dude? No, of course you can't. I think what I'll do is I'll just stick a temporary wooden wall down as I wait for the granite to be sourced. You're a constructor now, Zeusen. Congrats. Pink, thank you for the sub. And Undead Troop 2. And Steph, man, I missed so many. Am I not getting my, like, audio alerts? Or maybe I'm just ignoring them. No one said I was a good streamer. Just a try-hard one. Okay, so the dining room is, well, yeah, they had a breach. Well, this is a really good situation to demonstrate the advantage of moving a zombie shocker, like here, so that I can get rid of zombies that do dangerous situation breaches. But with that said, Zeusen, let's get you to shoot some Zeds. Clear the Zeds. And I'll have Redfield construct a zombie shocker for the geothermal room so that we can avoid having to go in there with them trying to bite us. We're half a day away from Eleanor. Small ruins spotted nearby. I am going to move on. I'm not stopping for to go shopping when someone is calling out for help. It's just not my style. Oh, they're attacking the door? What is the other... Oh, it's a cougar going angry mode. And it's also a cougar that I accidentally shot with my assault rifle. And actually, these zombies here are getting... Well, now they're shocked, but 2 of them are dying from the toxic fallout. So it's also one of those types of situations where, like, I don't even necessarily need to kill them myself. They die on their own. Oh, Zeusin, you took off your shirt while doing that. Okay. I'm going to keep these doors forbidden because I don't want anyone going in that room for now. So, improved bathroom. I think it makes the most sense to no longer house the bathroom in here. I think we need to, like, physically move it. And Klein, thank you for the resub. Cheers, dude. So I'm going to come up with, like... I'll just have to brainstorm real quick, but maybe put the bathroom around here. This was originally sort of like our dumping zone for non-smeltables and everything, but I can move that sort of to the west, put a bathroom in here. Yeah, I think that's probably a good spot. So other things to consider is, does the new bathroom fall under the psychic emanator? So if I put the toilets and showers here, it would. So that, you know, because you spend a lot of time on the toilet and the shower, more so than, you know, I don't know. No, let's not go there. But that at least will improve moods while they're, like, soaking in the hot tubs. Maybe. Okay, the other thing I could do here is let's copy this zone and just put the biosolids that are actually composted here. So, fertilizer. Paste the setting and go to biosolids. So then the fecal matter, I will have out yonder. I'll just call that poo. Perfect. Poo and biosolids stored in a sort of sensible way. They are just about at the incapacitated refugee, so I am not going to try to take on anything new at the moment, just because I don't want to be overwhelmed while dealing with the refugee. You're so excited for Ellie? Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if she's good. So generating map for new encounter. Here we go. Here she is. Eleanor Laufisky. She is 6 or 3. Yeah, she's not bad. It's actually really useful that she tends plants as a crop farmer. She's ascetic, not owl, and super immune. Health? Just, yeah, she's not demented. Full of bruises. She's seen better days, but she's okay. Take a look around this map tile for other things before I unpause. So we do have uranium here, which would be nice to have, and jade. We have a marble royal bed, stacks of steel, a cloth bedroll. Looking at the quality of the other furniture, she's next to a hospital bed. I'm probably going to want to rescue her to the hospital bed and tend her on the hospital bed, because I brought 3 people that don't know medical at all. So, like, a hospital bed will help with the tend quality, so that she's not bruised for, like, a year. We do have another vanometric power cell. Mayhaps I grab that, and then we have some ruins here. So Fangface is in Blue Punk Rocker. I am going to have Fangface rescue Eleanor. Now, I hope he doesn't run her over with the car. In fact, I'm a little worried about that, so I'm going to stop a little short. And then the truck, I'm going to have go up here for some of the loot. Oh, and whoever base this was obviously not playing in English. What is that, Korean? All right, Fang Face, turn off the truck. Unload. You know, I also realized just now, there might be an ambush. But I think there would have been an ambush by now. Right now. Okay, no ambush, cool. Because if there was an ambush, Fang Face, of course, could hop back into the, into Blue Punk Rocker and, like, just try to run over the ambushers or something. I don't know. Okay. I think, actually, the truck is basically at maximum capacity. So, although I parked the truck up here, Blue Punk Rockers is going to be the one that we load up with extra stuff. So, let's go claim the Venometric Power Cell. And I will start stockpiling things down there. So I'm going to delete the zones that I had. So Guero, uninstall the Vanometric, and Stormguard. Poke into what this is likely just like boring old bedrooms, but I'll do it anyway. Alright, per medical tending will be with Herbal. Fangface, you have Herbal, so use it. Cool. I think Vanometric Power Cells is going to be a very common occurrence for, like, stuff we find. Normal bed. My complex. And how it go? Thank you for the resubs as well. And welcome. Okay, none of the beds really seem worth it. So I think what I'm going to do is haul the jade, haul the uranium, take the royal bed, and then take as much steel as I possibly can before leaving. Or maybe the hospital beds. Hospital beds... Yeah, maybe I'll take the hospital beds because they can break down into components as well. Oh, they had deep water wells. Interesting. Under normal circumstances, I would even be tempted to hunt the bucks and doe for meat, but I just can't be bothered to do like the micromanagement required for that. I'll see about the carry weight, and I'll just sort of prioritize things that I want most. So I might actually leave the jade behind and take the uranium and the royal... you know, with the royal bed, I think I'm just going to break it down for the gold, because gold doesn't weigh very much, but a royal bed weighs a lot. The battery actually has fewer components than the hospital beds. Hospital beds are built with 5. So if you take a look at the construction for... Actually, I don't even know how to build hospital beds yet. But hospital beds are built with 5, and batteries are built with 2. So if I had to pick between the two... hospital beds are bay. Pack that up. So all the things that are like might want to have, I'll just move into position around Blue Punk Rocker. Also, looks like Fangface. Oh right, he hit stuff on his exit, right? If I recall, I slammed into something as I was trying to leave. Let's check back home. So, nothing accumulating. I think we're pretty safe to set and forget back home for a bit. So, Ellie, when we actually formally get her all the way back home, I'll do a raffle for her. I just don't want to jump the gun. because things can always go wrong. Is the truck damaged? No. Nope, don't load pawn. I wonder if load pawn actually works. I mean, eventually she's going to go in the blue punk rocker. Alright, so load cargo. Let's take hospital beds. They're pretty heavy, though. Blue punk rocker is a passenger van, so it's really not made to haul high volumes of stuff. Alright, she is healed up. Bangface just pooped next to her and fell asleep. Sounds like my toddler. So battery. We'll take a battery. And then maybe take a little bit of this steel and leave. What I should have done is I should have refueled the vehicles before arriving, because the using of that chem fuel put into the fuel tanks would have freed up a little bit of extra space. All right. So all the vehicles are basically all topped up. I'm going to put a little bit of steel 16 into the truck, into Pooker, and then we'll be on our way. A really easy, straightforward rescue, and we still have like 9 hours to spare before zombies come in. The other thing is Guero and Stormguard are on like a perpetual work schedule, which I think is probably brutal for them. So I will resolve that in a second. So here we go. Reform vehicle caravan. And I think the way you have to do this, you have to like click, and I'll put Stormguard and Eleanor in one, and then Guero and Fangface in another. They're a little too heavy. I'm going to shed a little weight. Probably get rid of like one slag. Accept. Refuel. And instead of straight up entering Zed City, I'm going to drive past it, because I only really want to enter the map tile when it's safe. So, I will take the risk and say that she is formally technically rescued. So let's run a raffle for Eleanor. Raffle timer is up. Any active subscribers in the chat have a chance to win her. So good luck. A zombie attack. I kind of wish that the boom rat would just explode on them. Oh, and it's becoming a little bit populated in the front here. Getting a little feisty out front. So with the caravan coming back home, they're destined to get here in about 3 days' time. So let's take a look at the threat scale. 3 days sucks, because it's like a peak hell. I don't know how long the food's going to hold out. It's probably going to be one of these situations where we send them in to park, and it's going to be very sketchy, because it's at like peak zombie threshold. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, like, at all. Should be a good time, though. For you all. Maybe not for me. The turrets do provide a little bit of backup, yeah, that I can turn on. And it's like zombies don't intuitively attack turrets, so turrets can essentially just shoot at zombies unmolested until they run out of ammo. So they're really good at like clearing out the room, which is why I have them there. But they're not great at like clearing out an entire horde. And we have a tanker coming in. Okay. Let me look around to make sure there's not more surprises afoot. Don't see anything else other than that tank operator, the tanky. And the tanky's not even coming out. Oh no, there he goes. He turned. The other thing I wanted to check is, oh, you know what? I just realized. Let's put Eleanor on travel food, otherwise she's not eating. And then set her up to carry herbal meds and to fight rather than flight. I'm going to have Redfield and Zeusin relax a second, because clearly I need to go out here and stop the tanky from smashing my walls. So here comes all their escorts. It'd be good to have a door here, although that would be a albino's dream, so maybe not, unless we had turrets in this area. That's another thing. One of the reasons why I'm not replacing the deadfall traps is deadfall traps are really high resource cost for very little damage. Damage to resource ratio for turrets is a lot better. And then if I was going to do deadfall traps at all, it wouldn't be made out of wood. It would be made out of a stone that I don't care for, like sandstone or something. Wood deadfall traps, or spike traps they're called. Deadfall is like their old name from bajillion of years ago. Spike traps do the most damage with plasteel, and then steel, and then stone, and then wood. So wood traps, like, are pretty worthless as far as the game's concerned. Wouldn't sniper rifles be better for the pier? Sniper rifles attack really slowly, and when you have swarms of zombies, you kind of need to attack quickly. So sniper rifles are really useful when there's like one specific zombie that you need to pick off from a distance, but they're pretty worthless for crowd control. And you have to consider that crowd control is what our people need to do most. And then if you wanted to do high damage for single target, like to kill tanky operators, you'd want a charge lance anyway, as sniper rifles actually don't do a ton of damage. Okay, so there's another miner coming in. This is the threat scale high wave that we're facing. If you could eat, I need to send you out to the dock. Yeah, go poo, shower, and time to do some shooting. Caravan is T-minus 2.5 days away. Spend your sub money on something frivolous? Will do. Why am I not expanding to the mountain? Because it would need to be voted on. If and when I have additional colony construction projects, I'll consider it. The reason I'm not putting the bathroom in the middle of the mountain is you kind of want your bathroom central to your colony, so that people have to walk the least distance to it. That way, anytime they have to go to the bathroom, it's not like a huge round trip over to the latrines. So putting it here, nice and center to the entire colony, makes the most sense, because if I like put it here, someone in the docks that needed to go to the loo is going to have quite the run, and I wanted to minimize travel time. But if we were to build bedroom for Eleanor, although she's ascetic, so her bedroom really doesn't matter all that much, but But if we were to build future bedrooms, obviously building into the mountain has its advantages, because if we ever go hostile with the other factions, having overhead mountain is a benefit, as they won't be able to pod drop onto us if we're deep into the mountain. Hey, Snicker Snaps, thank you for the resub. Cheers. Oh, there's a suicider up north. The miners coming in. Miners don't really bother me because we have it would be really weird for them to path, like, around our walls. It's possible the miner gets stuck here and causes a problem at some point. But in order to fix that, all we'd have to do is, like, smooth this edge of the wall out. But that might then attract tankies. And the timer finished. Thank you. Yes, it did. Exarch, you are going to be Eleanor. Eleanor the Exarch. If you want to change your name, I will open up the redemption for that. Congrats. Zeusin, I think you need a sub for Redfield. It's too bad he doesn't consider this recreation. You know, technically it's shooting. He should have a passion for this. But nope. Is there a hole in my rec room roof? Yes. That's how a telescope works. Using a telescope to stare at your ceiling is boring. Didn't mean to sass you. Oh my god, your name is Sap. Didn't mean to sass you, but yeah, it's for the telescope. It doesn't have a huge effect upon room temperature. Like, a single hole in the roof is not gonna, like, heat bleed too much. Get your recreation on. And get back out here. Zeus? Actually, you know what? There isn't too many zombies around. I really wish the caravan was closer to arriving. So I'm going to have these guys take a bit of a break. Because if the caravan was closer to arriving, right now seems to be a relatively good time to come in. Unless they parked here, because that would be bad. Oh, good. The last of the zombies that did the dangerous breach is dying from toxic buildup. Just as I planned. No, I actually didn't plan for that. Have I considered to use a mod to choose where they enter the home mat tile? No. I consider... So, for... The TLDR would be, for most vanilla mechanics, I consider it part of the challenge. Because I do get asked a lot, like, why don't I use pickup and haul, for instance? Because it's relatively similar, of course, to just the caravan trick. But the thing is, pickup and haul makes the caravan trick effortless. It completely removes the effort to move a high volume of things long distances. It basically negates a major labor constraint that RimWorld has, which is hauling things a long distance, especially if it's to separate things, is effortful. So mods like pick up and haul, or mods that offer you the ability to, like, choose your caravan entry location, or really any mods like that, are just making RimWorld easier for my convenience, and therefore cheesing the purpose of having a high difficulty. And I see this every now and then where people are like, oh, I'm playing on 500% threat scale, but also with, like, godlike mods where I'm overpowered. It's like, well, then your threat scale means nothing. It doesn't matter that you have 500% threat scale when you have guns that can, like, wipe out an entire raid in a shot or two. That's just not how challenge works. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 12th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.